of September 2023. Thursday it would be. I would like to review stories from Leadership, Punch, The Guardian, Daily Trust, and Daily Post for today. Now, do remember the stories have been published under the editorial guide of various publishers, and we on our Nigeria Info are only informing you of the headlines as we have them for today.
This is Morning Crossfire.
Let's start off with Leadership newspaper for today. CBN dispels rumors of Naira redenomination. Okay? CBN dispels rumors of Naira redenomination. Governorship polls. APC, PDP, LP, NNPP, Duty as judgment day inches closer. Other stories still with the Leadership for today. Bago unveils Niger State's green economy blueprint. I have cordial relationship with Uzodinma, says Abbas. Rep slams NLC over alleged 100 million naira palliatives for NAS members. Wike blocks leakages, flags up 15 billion naira road projects in the FCT. Other stories from Leadership for today. Tribunal oppose Ungu's election as Enugu West Senator. Imo PDP kicks over nullification of Ugo Chinyere Okeke's election by tribunal. APC Professionals Council plans scholarship for 37,000 youths. Katsina. Governor Rada's policies boosting access to quality education, says DG. PEPC. Tinubu's victory, a symbol of Nigerian democracy, says Osude. Arawa Group vows to resist impeachment of Speaker Abbas. I'm passionate about human capital development, says Abia lawmaker. NAS members don't understand parties' manifestos. All right, well, there's the latest stories as one would find from Leadership for today. And now to take on the Punch for today, well, some of the stories there. Federal government predicts heavy rainfall, flood in 48 towns. Okay? Federal government predicts heavy rainfall and flood in 48 towns, okay? And it's expected that this would happen in 13 states of the Federation from September 13 to September 17. This announcement was made on Wednesday. The water levels of River Benue and River Niger could affect communities along the rivers up to Bayelsa State, and they therefore advise the residents in these areas to take precautionary measures, okay? National Flood Early Warning Systems in Central Harbor Federal Ministry of Environment made this available. We're looking at 13 states now: Kano, Kebbi, Katsina, Niger, Kwara, Zamfara, Bauchi, Taraba, Borno, Adamawa, Yobe, Jigawa, and Gombe. Okay, so these places could possibly have flooding. Okay, and each of the locations in many of these areas were listed. So there's a story about that as we have it in the Punch newspaper for today. Rivers Polytechnic lecturer laments seized 20-month salaries. Suspected cable thief electrocuted in Anambra State. Suspect abscond with 40.6 million naira goods. What I dreamt about my sons 2 days before his death, Mohbad's father reveals. ASU, parents protest as more universities hike fees. Libya floods kills 6,000 victims buried in mass graves. Land grabbers, violent return to Lagos leaves trail of blood and deaths. Slain soldiers, over 6,000 family members to get insurance claims. Naira weakens to 915 naira to a US dollar as forex scarcity worsens. One feared killed as flood wreaks havoc in Lagos Estate. Other stories of interest as well. This very morning, Disco restores electricity to Ogun community after Punch reports. Kidnappers collect 2.8 million naira ransom, free Abuja woman and 2 daughters. Adeleke orders police and orders to halt Osun court killings. Gas flaring. Federal government shortlists 42 firms for commercialization program. Federal government approves native officers deployment imports. Abia enhances security of government facilities. 90% of senators distracted by court cases, says King Igbe. She's the one representing the FCT now. All right, well, these are stories as you have them from the Punch for today. Now to the Guardian. Port Harcourt Chamber of Commerce, Industry, Mines and Agriculture, FASIMA, task new exporters on ease of doing business in rivers. Obaseki, Namibia, explore trade and investment opportunities. Anambra to introduce rail system to ease movement of goods and commuters. Niger Delta Minister consults Jonathan Dokubo over oil theft and others. Other stories, federal government vows to defeat malaria as country bears 30% global burden. Abidjan, Lagos Highway catalyst for regional integration, trade, says ECOWAS. UNICEF moves to address learning crisis in Nigeria. Ex-minister tasked Tinubu on free education and health services. ICPC engages Southeast stakeholders on national ethics, integrity against corruption. Land grabbing. Women protest against traditional ruler and others in Anambra State. High prices push government homes beyond average Nigerians rich. Eggbin Power awards scholarships. Sanwo-Oluwa assigns portfolios to commissioners and demands diligence. Students kick as OAU increases tuition by 300%. We must not allow military to desecrate democracy, Dawn warns. Less than 1% of unemployed youths benefit from government interventions. Taking a look at stories from Daily Trust now. You bought underwear from government posts. Garba Shehu blasts ex-military governor for criticizing Buhari. Drought. Thousands gather in Adamawa to seek God's intervention for rain. Passport. Federal government moves NIMSI to Ministry of Interior. Nigeria must get foundation literacy, numeracy rights to address learning crisis, says UNICEF Chief of Education. While millet takes center stage by farmers, but farmers are not smiling. Abuja exhibition to highlight modern urban furniture. Invest time, resources for nation's economic growth, says Commissioner. Nigeria can earn 800 billion naira from agro-commodities revenue. We graduated together in 1979. Tinubu's classmate at Chicago University speaks. How women, daughters, were forced out of their car in Abuja, marched into Kuje forests. 936 die in both accidents in 3 years. All right, you would also find G20 summit. Tinubu's trip to India was global picnic, says Atiku's aide. I am sound, spirit, soul, and body, but she reacts to death rumors. NSCDC calls for interagency collaboration in tackling insecurity in the FCT. All right, well, these are latest stories as we have from Daily Trust. Now to round off, you take a look at stories from the likes of Daily Post now. Federal government ready to make Nigeria a vision hub of Africa, says Kiamo. tribunal judgments upset in Labour Party over massive sack of lawmakers. Court orders DSS police to stop Yaya Bello from arresting Kogi ADC Guber candidate. Imo PDP rejects nullification of Ugo Chinyere and Okeke's election by tribunal. Reject user demands Operation Show Your PVC for palliative. PDP warns Imo indigents. Other stories of interest as well this very morning. You find federal government committed to tackling malaria scourge, says Minister. Governor Buni appoints SSG and Chief of Staff in Yobe. Federal government moves NIMSI to Ministry of Interior over international passport issuance. Other stories, Kano governor suspends Casco MD, Minjibri. All right, you'd also find Rivers governorship poll, tribunal reserves judgment in Toya Co's petition. Bayelsa Gubernator, leave RCCG and Adeboye out of politics, group wants Diri. Sacked Plateau rep to appeal tribunal judgment. Imo PDP rejects nullification. Okay, I did take this already. EPL, Manchester United goalkeeper Onana in showdown talks with Ten Hag. Iwusungo. Sorry, Iwusungo is not part of the headline. I just have to say that. Ten Hag doesn't like something that he doesn't like. Never mind me. This is one of the reasons why I avoid touching on sports headline. Something in me would say something else. My inner voice would say something that's not supposed to be there. I've said enough already. Well, those are the headlines from Daily Post, Daily Trust, The Guardian, Punch, and Leadership newspaper for today. Do remember the stories have been published under the editorial guide of various publishers, and we on Nigeria Info have only informed you of the headlines as we have them for today.
This is Morning Crossfire.
We'd like to take on your calls, messages, and of course your inputs on our various platforms. But as you do so, we ask of you to follow through with our editorial guide. Your calls need to be devoid of hateful speech, lies, fake news, and abuses. We ask of you to be truthful and factual as you share with us all Nigeria Info. You can join us on Facebook and YouTube at this time. On Facebook is at Nigeria Info Abuja. There you go, at Nigeria Info Abuja. And on YouTube at Nigeria Info Abuja as well. We're streaming live. Drop your comments and also get to follow through. And for those who follow me on Facebook, I'm also streaming live simultaneously from the main page. So in the event that's more convenient for you, you can also watch me live on Femi Live on Facebook, okay? So you'll be able to watch that stream. All right, let's take on your calls. The lines remain 0700 951 0000. Okay, that's 0700 951 0000. You can also join in on 080 9597 4869. And on WhatsApp, it's 080 999 30137. All right, let's take your calls and listen to you.
Watch your number one talk station of the nation. Nigeria Info, every day of the week, Mondays to Friday, on YouTube to catch up with the Morning Crossfire.
All right, well, let's go to the phone lines and find out from you what you're thinking. Good morning to you.
Hello. Good morning.
Yes, you're welcome.
God bless your heart.
Amen.
National Assembly say we are distracted by court cases. Many of them did not win election. They passed through windows. They know it. Why would they not be distracted? Different court cases in different states. Away from that, Uzorema's operation, show your PVC card. The federal government asked him to do that. The palliative for the states, not for parties. You should be very careful. You should be very careful. The time is very closer for him to lead the place. God bless Nigeria.
All right. God bless you too. Thanks for your insight to this conversation. Good morning to you. Yes, welcome.
I was on it. I was on another one.
Very well. Thanks for asking.
I did it for brothers, and Abakari, and Abaso for money, and the man, and Pala from Canada, and the music. So, was a game, show your PVC for palliative. Palliative is for all the states. support people that belong to political party or and people that don't belong to political party. But people that give me money to share for the people because of the hardship that put Nigerians. So you should reverse it. Give everybody. Palliative is for everybody. People that vote for him or that and the number that cannot vote for him. We are begging him. We should give everybody palliative so that he reduce the pain that's episodic for this country. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for your viewpoint this morning. Yes. Good morning to you.
Hello. Good morning, Femi D.
Welcome.
Nothing break the news like the news.
Yes, and we can prove it. And I can.
I wanted to ask about Mala Haruna and he later called Mala Haruna Nagesheka from Kubwa. I want to talk about how a woman and her daughter march her in the forest in Abuja. And, for the news, it's like they have paid ransom and the woman has been rescued. The problem is that Femi try to buy SIM. To see the hitches, they will ask you, bring your BVN, bring this. Doesn't mean that these people doesn't communicate with, and don't we have our intelligence that they can be able to get these people? They will register, people will pay ransom, and they communicate with the bandit, and they will still pay ransom, and the people will go scot-free. Habba, something need to be done. Our intelligence need to be improved. Whoever that did this, they should use the intelligence, they should use track, they can get these people arrested. We don't want to be hearing kidnapping here in the city of the capital. Even there are some people that are still, do you remember the student traveling, the youth couple traveling to Zamfara have been kidnapped, they pay money and they're still demanding for another money again. Many people are in captivity. Something needs to be done.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Selassie, for your viewpoints passionately expressed there. All right. Well, we do have messages on Facebook. Let me take on some of them. Happy Oliver Isaac says, good morning from D. Like, seriously, this Agbero needs to be taught a lesson. How can someone just be collecting money it did not work for? That's a cost. Oyeka Soye says, Wiki block leakages awards 15 billion naira road contract. Please invite Wiki to visit Gwagwalada Market to award the same since last year without anything being done. St. Jude from Gwagwalada. Simon Gilbert says, good morning, sir. How was your night? About the rain that's coming, but some people will never hear it now. Okay. Julius Kubana Oladapo says, good morning, Femi. This is Tinubu from Pape watching you live. Dr. Mrs. Olebara from Owerri says, to neglect the education of the generality of our people is not just to look for trouble, but to guarantee trouble. But to get, why are we denying our children education, which is their fundamental right? Why is the government toying with the education and glorious destinies of our children? At this austere time, the parents are finding it very difficult to feed their children. Is it not the height of insensitivity? Definitely, many will withdraw their children as they cannot afford it. So worrisome and unfortunate. Bala Razak extends a good morning. Omiana Joe Ruto Keke says, good morning, FMD. The problem of this hunger in Nigeria that brought hunger and stealing of pot of soup close up many by companies is National Assembly, APC government and tribunal judgment. Okay, I'm do somebody else understands that. All right, good morning to you. Yes, good morning.
Good morning. Family, good morning.
Good to connect with you.
Yeah, this is Gabriel calling from PW, my summer.
All right, great. Let's have you on.
Yeah, according to one of the headlines that said, Usaduma or Inimu State, they said everyone should show their PVC before they take palliative. That's what I'm going to react on. I think it's very wrong because if they also want to come and vote, they will not say, come and show your PVC or whatever. But now it has come to palliative. Why should they make that sort of statement? It's not okay. It's not okay. And away from that, all the Obambola in the FCT, they have run down to Nasarawa State. This morning, a friend of mine was coming out to join a bus to the Ferguni, and it was attacked. It was attacked by some boys, and then to collect his phone. If not that, God had helped that guy, and then the guy struggled with them, and they wound him from 2 or 3 places. Which is very wrong, family. Our police and our army, they should please step up so that they can fight these menace. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day.
All right. Thank you as well for extending your viewpoint. Josiah Alba says national flood control should be up and doing so we can control this perennial Nigeria flooding. Also, yes, somebody should stand up against the wave of insecurity in the federal capital. It should contain that it did out in rivers. Answer Peter says, good morning, Femi. Where is Senator Aliu Dume and Senator Reti of LP that promised 1 week to intervene between NLC and federal government? Hope they are not waiting for another labor strike before they call dialogue. Ogunlade Taiwo says, morning, Apostle Femi. ANEC supposed to face the law for wasting our huge amount of money to conduct the elections the way they did, which is too bad. Please ask Tinubu, where is Leah Shuaibu? Pastor TJ from Dubai. Josiah Oba says parents are seriously embarrassed with the increase in school fees for their wards. This is terrible. Okay. Mohammed says, good morning, Femdi. Mahmoud Mohammed, rather. Good morning, Femdi. We need improvement of insecurity situation in the FCT and Nigeria as a whole. Criminals and crime is on the increase. I believe the armed robbers are daring the FCT minister. Kefas says, good morning, my brother. God bless you for your good work. Oludade Abiodun says, good morning, Femdi. NEMA should do their work and stop raising alarm. Enough of insecurity in Nigeria. All right, well, these are just some of the stories that there is. The FCT minister has declared security emergency in Abuja, especially after that kidnap. Get the chance to listen to that and many other stories right here after the break on Morning Crossfire.
The politics of our nation.
They have that right to protest. There is no need to go there now, start shooting.
The current affairs of our state.
Everywhere we have gone to, the death.
Audio Jungle.
This is Nigeria Info.